The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Fox News Alert as we get word that 3 people have now been charged after a string of voter fraud allegations during the 2012 presidential election. Eric Shawn's been following this for us. He joins us now. Eric?
Hi, Megan. Well, she admitted voting twice in the presidential election last November. And now Obama supporter Meloise Richardson has been indicted for voting 6 times. The 58-year-old veteran Cincinnati, Ohio poll worker, well, she faces 8 counts of voter fraud along with 2 others who've been charged. One of those happens to be a nun. Ms. Richardson had admitted to a local TV station that, yes, she voted twice. She claims she was concerned her absentee ballot wouldn't count, and she did not intend to commit voter fraud. But she also admitted she did vote on behalf of other people, too. Well, Hamilton County Prosecuting Attorney Joseph Dieter says that she voted for 6 people, including herself. In a statement, Dieter says, quote, "Elections are a serious business and the foundation of our democracy. In the scheme of things, individual votes may not seem important, but that could not be further from the truth. This is not North Korea." Prosecutors also say that 5 other people for whom Richardson cast ballots are all relatives. Well, these criminal charges come after the Hamilton County Board of Elections investigated possible cases of double voting and illegal voting, and they held these recent hearings. And also charged, along with Ms. Richardson, is Sister Marguerite Cluse for allegedly submitting an absentee ballot in the name of a fellow nun, Sister Rosemary Hewitt, who died before the election. Ms. Cluse is the Dean of the Division of Arts and Humanities at the College of Mount St. Joseph. She is cooperating, say prosecutors, and his lawyer has told them that she will plead guilty. Also, 75-year-old Russell Gollop is charged with voting on behalf of his wife, who died before the election. But of course, it was Richardson's case with a specter of possible repeated votes that shocked a lot of people. If she's convicted, she could go to prison for 12 years. We've tried to reach her and her lawyer, but so far have been unsuccessful. And prosecutors say even with these cases, they are still looking at 3 more cases that they're examining for possible voter fraud. Megan?
Eric Shawn, thank you.
Good evening. 3 Hamilton County voters are facing voter fraud charges tonight. Their indictment stems from the November election.
The suspects include a nun, a longtime poll worker. 9 on Your Side reporter Jason Law is in the newsroom with new information. Jason?
That's right, Carol and Clyde. The case that has garnered the most attention and is most shocking to election board members is the case against Meloise Richardson. She was a longtime poll worker here in Hamilton County. She's accused of not only voting twice for herself, but also voting for her friends and family members in election 2012. Now, Richardson spoke with 9 on Your Side last month and admitted to voting twice.
In February, Meloise Richardson stood in front of our camera and told us she did vote twice, and she did vote for family members. But she insisted she did not do anything wrong.
Yes, I voted twice. There's absolutely no intent on my part to commit any voter fraud.
So were these all legal votes in your mind?
Absolutely legal votes. Absolutely.
A grand jury disagreed and handed down an indictment with 8 counts of illegal voting, 1 count for voting twice for herself, and 7 more counts for voting on behalf of her family and friends.
She was absolutely out of line.
Tim Burke is chairman of the Board of Elections. He says he's deeply disturbed any poll worker could be capable of breaking the law.
When you saw the interview, what did you think?
I was stunned that she had no concept that she could not do what she did.
Also facing charges, 75-year-old Russell Glassop for allegedly voting for his deceased wife, and 54-year-old sister Marguerite Cluse. Prosecutors believe Cluse cast a ballot for another nun who died before the county mailed out absentee ballots. Cluse was a dean at the College of Mount St. Joseph. Monday, we were told Sister Cluse resigned from the school.
Both of those are very sad cases. There's no doubt that these individuals had the mistaken belief that they could honor their late loved one by voting for them the way they would have voted, or at least the way they believed they would have voted, but you can't do that. It's just wrong. We don't allow you to vote for dead people.
Cluse and Glassop each face 1 count of illegal voting with a maximum penalty of 18 months in prison. Richardson, with her 8 counts, she faces 12 years locked up if she's convicted. Carol?
All right, thanks, Jason.
Richardson is far from over.
So you'll fight this?
Absolutely. Absolutely, I'll fight him. For Mr. Obama and for Mr. Obama's right to sit as President of the United States.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.